Easy guys, Dom here from Cringy Dad Gaming. So in this video we're taking a look at Necromunda Hired Gun. This is my first impressions of the game, just released onto Steam on the 1st of June 2021. This comes from the same studio that did Space Hulk Deathwing, which I actually enjoyed. It was a pretty good game. This one is got more of a Doom vibe to it in terms of the way it is designed. It's a fast-paced first-person shooter set in the Warhammer 40,000 universe. In the infamous Hive City, you are playing as a bounty hunter in this. Now, my overall feeling of the game so far might sound a little negative, unfortunately, because of the experience I've had. This isn't going to be an overall view of the whole game because unfortunately I couldn't play anything past the first mission, and the reason why was because I kept getting a blue screen crash, which straight away is not a good start to a brand new game. And this isn't just isolated at me, it's not my computer. A lot of people within Steam, in the Steam discussion on the game, have been having the same problem. They've been getting crashing on the game. I've never had a blue screen crash on my PC. My PC's not that old, it's pretty good. It's an RTX 2070 with an i7 8700 with 32 gig of RAM. It's way past the specs for this game. Now, in terms of the way the game runs, I'm actually getting a decent frame rate in the game. I'm getting over 100 frames per second at most times, although I do notice a little bit of stuttering within some of the cutscenes. I've also noticed a few pauses and freezes within the game at certain points as well when entering new areas. I'm guessing that's where textures and maybe AI are spawning in. The graphics aren't that great, they're nothing groundbreaking, they're okay, but they're not amazing. I've got it running on max settings, and I'd say that the developers could probably try and enhance the graphics a little bit more with the textures, although the overall colours in the game do look pretty good, and I do like the gothic vibe of the Warhammer world. Now, in terms of gameplay, the guns seem to handle pretty well, although there's no sprint, which really was quite jarring for me. You've got like this dash that you can do, but there is no sprint. So it just means you've just got literally one speed to move at. There is wall running as well, which is, you know, very Titanfall in its vibe. And that's okay. You know, overall getting around, you know, platforming and stuff like that seems pretty smooth. The thing that wasn't that great was the actual takedowns in the game, which again are very Doom-esque. You know, when you perform these takedowns, you get this takedown animation. There is a few different takedown animations, although the transition coming out of the takedowns is not very smooth at all. There's almost like kind of like a section of the takedown missing. After you've performed the takedown, your character just suddenly seems to kind of be stood in the original point he was when he started the takedown, and it just feels like there's been a few frames skipped, and it just feels a little bit jarring. It doesn't feel very smooth or enjoyable. For me, it actually ruins the whole takedown completely because it just, you know, it just doesn't feel right. Another thing I found that was also quite frustrating was I noticed after you've reloaded a weapon, sometimes there is some latency between being able to aim down your sights and even fire your weapons. Sometimes you'll be reloaded, you'll press the right mouse button to be able to aim and nothing happens. You'll also sometimes press the left mouse button to try and hip fire and nothing happens. It's just something that is seriously broken with that mechanic after reloading, and hopefully they can fine-tune that and try and fix that, because in a first-person shooter where, you know, your reaction speeds and things like that are really important, it's something that, you know, you don't want that happening. So that for me was also a little bit frustrating. Now, the soundtrack and the sound design of the game are very, very good. Did like the soundtrack, again, quite rocky and synthy, very Doom in its feel. And the voice acting seems to be quite well recorded, although some of the voice acting, you know, the people they've chosen for certain voices aren't great. It's okay. It's definitely not bad, but I wouldn't say it's the best voice acting I've ever heard. Although it's recorded quite well, and, you know, sound design for me in games is quite big. You know, the guns that I was able to use in the first mission, they sounded pretty good. Reloading sounds pretty good. Monster sounds pretty good. So overall, I think with the sound design, they've nailed it. but the gameplay issues that I've mentioned and the crashing it's just meant that I'm not willing to play the game any further past the first mission because of that blue screen crash. I'm not willing to try and play more of the game and then damage my PC because of issues within the game itself. So really at this stage I can't really explore much more of the game. I can't really look at, you know, the different weapons, the different abilities that you've got in the game, and, you know, just how the story progresses. I can't really look at any new areas or anything like that just based off of that. So my overall early feel of this game is that I'm going to have to rest it until the developers fix these issues. Once they've fixed them, then I'll probably do another video with my feelings on it after they've fixed these things. But at this point, these are the issues I'm having. If you're thinking about buying the game, then these are things you need to be aware of, because they're not isolated to just me. They are issues that other people are facing as well. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it gave you some insight into Necromunda Hired Gun and what's happening with it at the moment, with this first impressions of the game from me so far. Watch this space for more videos on the channel. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to support the channel and help it grow. Subscribing is totally free and it just helps YouTube recommend new great videos for you to watch and enjoy. So I'll catch you guys on another video, and thanks for watching.